A child prodigy who began composing at the age of 4, Mrs. Shobha Raju is a renowned devotional singer, writer and composer who has devoted her life to propagating the keertanas of Saint Annamacharya. In recognition of her outstanding contributions to devotional music, the Government of India honored her with Padma Shri in 2010. She is also the founder of Annamacharya Bhavana Vahini, an institution established to harmoniously blend music with spirituality.
Sri Nandakaya Vidmahe Sri Shadasaya Dhimahi Tanno Nama Prachodayat.
We know about Sai Gayatri, but you chanted something else also. What is it?
That's called Annamacharya. It should be 98 or 99. Every day I used to get up between 2:30 and 3:30 as if somebody woke me up. And I used to hold my pen in my room. I had no plans to write anything. But if at all I can write something, what should it be? I don't know. I was in thoughts of Lord Venkateshwara. For me, there is no difference between Sathya Sai and Venkateshwara. It occurred to me, it came from my mind that I must write Annamacharya. The pen started writing, I should say, literally. And after that, I wrote Annamayya Stotram. I wrote Annamayya Suprabhatam and took all these three to one scholar by name Prahlada Sharma ji. He corrected Annamaya Stotram a bit here and there. Of course, Suprabhatam majorly he corrected. But Annamacharya, he said it's perfect. There are no mistakes in this. This is Swami's prasadam to you. You must start every concert with this mantra, Annamacharya. Till then I was singing a Sanskrit sloka of Sriman Raju Srinivas Rao Garu. But ever since Prahlad Sharma ji advised me to start the concert with Annamacharya, I started that way since 98 or 99. So, though I was chanting Swami's Sai Gayatri, while I was writing Annamacharya, I was not aware that I am writing something similar to that or something. It was sheer Swami's grace that flowed in my mind through my pen, and all the students of Annamacharya Bhavana Vahini and others also now chant this and then start the concerts.
You have no knowledge of Sanskrit, but still the very fact that such a perfect composition came out of you means it was just the divine working through you.
I am not proficient in Sanskrit too. It just came, it flowed, and thanks to Swami.
You said for you there is no difference between Venkateshwara and Sathya Sai. So when did this relationship with Sri Sathya Sai begin?
It was in 1963 when I was a small kid. My mother took me to late Sriman Burgula Ramakrishna Rao Gari's house to have Swami's darshan. But I wasn't aware of this avatar. nor I was aware of his name. My mother said, "Look, there comes God. Touch his feet," she said. And I religiously followed, touch his holy feet. That was the first time.
But you were very small then,
Yeah.
and you just did whatever your mother told you.
Yeah.
But when was the time when you started feeling that, yeah, he is something divine?
See, I was very fond of music. I was a kind of poetess also, right from the childhood. And studies were last priority. 10th class exams were over. I was fearing whether I would pass through the exam. And I was intensely praying. We went to Sri Shailam, came back, and we went to Puttaparthi then. All the family members. My father and mother, both of them were staunch devotees of Swami. In between, they disconnected coming to Puttaparthi because my father felt, what all I need to learn from Swami, I have learned. Now it is time for me to practice it, put it into practice. So without practicing, if I go and trouble him, there is no meaning. I need to practice it, he used to say then. So after my examinations, whole of the family, we went to Swami. Those were the days. Swami used to make devotees stand in the staircase in Prasanthi Nilayam and draw the curtain. So he called us for an interview. He was kind. And in that interview, I learned 2 important lessons from him. One thing he said, "Me Chinmayanandanu chusochinanu. I have seen your Chinmayananda and came back." Chinmayananda Swamiji was ailing then. He had heart surgery and Swami had been to see him and come back. He said, "He's doing great service." So I had been there, saw him, blessed him and came back. Whoever does heartily good service, we must recognize him irrespective of his opinion about us. So, first thing I learned from him, from Swami. Second thing is, he said, "I'm very happy, Bangaru, that you are all chanting Bhagavad Gita at home." We were Chinmaya Mission students then. But you must understand Bhagavad Gita and chant. That went a long way, that message. If you want to sing something or chant something, you must know the meaning of it, is the message. When I took up Annamacharya project in TTD as the first artist to propagate Annamacharya keertanas, this message was very much there in my mind. And as a scholarship student, first scholarship from TTD, I was the recipient. This was the principle I followed. I should understand the song first, even before I sing. I should understand the meaning of the song before I compose. Then only his thought comes out properly. So Swami saw that whole of my profession was guided by his grace. So these 2 things I learned from him. I asked for autograph. He wrote, "With love, Baba." And he gave a big pat on my back. That was a great blessing that worked out a long time. That's it.
Before you started your journey of propagating Annamacharya's keertanas, Swami ensured that your perspective was right, so that in the right spirit you can take the message of Annamacharya to the world. I think that's a very, very beautiful thing that happened. Even though he had just coming into your life, but he was setting the stage for your work.
Yeah.
From then on, you got busy with the Annamacharya Keertanas.
I was planning to become a playback singer. In between, though the inside of me was always devotional and was craving for spirituality, the outward atmosphere, my friends and lecturers, they all said, "You have a beautiful voice. Why don't you try in films?" And added to that, I was going for many competitions then, some statewide, national-wide. Every time I got a first prize, 99.9%. Once I received third prize in the college. Once I received second prize in outside competition, that much. All other competitions I won the first prize. I used to do some pradakshina to Venkana Padalu at Tirupati and tell him, "Swami, I must get first prize in these competitions. If I get first prize, I do that, I do this," I used to say. One time it so happened that I didn't have money to put in the hundi. So I took out my watch and put it. My mother was asking, "Where is the watch? I don't see it in your hand." "I kept somewhere, Amma," I used to say. But it had gone to Swami Venkateshwara's hundi. That way, Swami was pampering me through that form, that I get encouraged by getting first prizes and all. And I went to some competitions wherein music directors were judges. Like S.P. Balasubramaniam came to Gudur competitions. And Ramesh Naidu Garu came to Nellore Nivja competitions. Pindyala, the stalwart, came to Kadapa competitions as judge. And Rajeshwara Garu heard me at Tirupati. All these were encouraging me to sing in films. So my friends and lecturers boosted my ego. If you go there, you will have bright future and all. I was thinking I must make a career in playback singing. But after finishing my scholarship course, I received an order from Tirupati that I have been appointed as an artist, exclusive artist, for the propagation of Annamacharya Keertanas, first of its kind. I was in a dilemma whether to stay on and do this job or to go to Madras and pursue my ambition, try my luck in film field. I used to engage a rickshaw, go to Kapila Tirtham in Tirupati. There was Nammalwar temple. I used to sit in Antaralayam of the temple and meditate. My expectation was Lord Venkateshwara would come in the guise of an old man or an young lad and tell me that I must sing only Annamacharya Keertanas. Then I would take it up, or else I'll go to Chennai and then try my luck in film field. None came as per my expectation. I meditated there regularly for 7 to 10 days. But one day it so happened that from within me there was a strong resolution coming out that I would do only Annamacharya Keertanas, not film playback singing. And this was not like making a choice. It was a divine experience that made me to stand by my word unto Lord Venkateshwara for so long, 45 years plus. Even now, I feel it has happened just yesterday. The experience is so fresh in my mind. The next day I went on foot to Tirumala, and as I saw Lord Venkateshwara, tears rolled down out of gratitude. Swami, you have very big musicians like our Guru Nedunuri Krishnamurti Garu, Balamulli Krishna Garu, M.S. Subbalakshmi Garu, Susilamma Garu was there, Lata Mangeshkar ji was there. Anybody would come to sing for him. But he chose a young person like me for this cause. Out of gratitude, I cried and gave a word to him in that fit of emotion. That it was devotion. Emotion means devotion then. Swami, I'll globalize your song. And I would work for this as long as I am alive, as long as I breathe. This is my word to you, that much. And I stood by that so long. I didn't do anything other than devotionals later on. Once I tried, like one old family friend of ours, whom I called Anna, he came and said, you must sing in my film. Then I said, no, I resolved like this, I cannot come. This word was previously given to me prior to your coming to Annamacharya project. So you must stand by your word. Finish it off. Then I was singing Venkateshwara Gita Malika, and after finishing that I came to sing this. The same voice. But I felt I am not doing good. It could be real, it could be psychological, whatever it is. But I was not happy with my singing, though they were happy. I said I would come and redo it again. They agreed and booked the studio once again and called me. This brother called me. I said I was busy. Can you please book? Next time I'll come. That next time, it so happened that it was Annamacharya's Aradhana, and whole responsibility was on me. I was the lone artist then, so I couldn't go. I said, I'm sorry, this time also I can't come. Then he said, do you think yourself to be very great? Do you think that there are no singers in Madras? I'll get it sung by Sushila or Janaki, no problem. He put down the receiver. That's it. He made Sushilamma to sing that song. Just for his sentiment's sake, he made a record of my rendering also and put it. And that version used to come in Radio Ceylon sometimes. At that point of time, my elder sister Ramadevi, Professor Ramadevi, wanted to admit his two children in Swami's school. And my younger sister was preparing for civil services. Both of them wanted to take Swami's blessings for their respective, trials, They came to Swami with my father. After 3 or 4 days, Swami called them for an interview. And everything was fine. They came back to Tirupati and my sister said, younger sister, Shobha, we went with a request to Swami, but even before they asked us anything, Swami inquired about you. There should be one daughter of you, Narayan Raju was my father's name, Raju. She is very sad at heart. Please ask her to come to Puttaparthi. Here there is music college. Maybe Swami was conceiving them, I don't know. I can accommodate for music college. And my father said it seems she is interested in recordings, Swamiji. But Swami said, no problem, recordings could also be done. Please ask her to come to Puttaparthi. I thought this must not be a reality. They're trying to console me and show me a second place, wherein another place, wherein I can be comfortable. My father said it first to me. I thought he's trying to console me. Then my younger sister said, I went to my elder sister's place, who lives opposite to our house. She also conveyed the same thing. I had to trust. When 3 versions tallied, I had to trust. But then I was of the ignorance, if I go to Puttaparthi, I may have to sing Sai bhajans. My mission in life is to propagate Annamacharya keertanas. Let me not go to Puttaparthi, I thought, which was a blunder in my life. In spite of Swami's sending a word, I couldn't come then. It was in 82, I think. Then ultimately I resigned and went to Hyderabad with a view that I'll not come back even if I am not selected. I'll do something there in Hyderabad, I thought. In Hyderabad, I was selected for Ramadas project of Bhadrachalam Devasthanam. I told them that it should be a project concerned to all the Vagyakaras. My enlightened interest being Annamacharya. They agreed for it and I named it as Rama Rasa Vahini. Rama Rasa Vahini, Rama is common noun, not proper noun. Rama is God's, means God. The one who rejoices is Rama. So Rama Rasa Vahini, God's project. Then one fine day, my father came to my office and said, look, girl, you have to get married. It's high time because 2 younger sisters are there for you. We must get them also married and get back to village. I want to be in village. I don't like to be in cities, she said. After my father left, one thought came to me. This Lord Venkateshwara is not speaking to me. He is not telling me whether I must get married or no. They say Puttaparthi Sai Baba is an avatar. Why not I go to him and ask him whether I should get married or not? Just that thought came. Instantly I made plans to go to Puttaparthi, and in the morning I used to sit in darshan. In the evening again I used to sit in darshan. Sometimes in the front row, sometimes second, sometimes third, fourth also. But Swami didn't call for interview. I used to write morning one song and evening one song and hand it over to Swami. Swami used to receive it with a small smile wherever I was. One of the songs I wrote to him is Na pilupu vinipinchana Sai marikasta shruti penchana. Swami, could you hear my call? Or you want me to raise my pitch? Is the song. But this song ultimately went into Shirdi Sai Ganam. There is no difference for him and him. But album was Shirdi Sai Ganam. Another song I wrote was Nanu Palukarinchite Mutyalu Raluna Darisanamu Sagite Na Dishti Sokuna Alavokага Neevu Nadachipotavu Avataramurtive Antariya Merugava. If you talk to me, will you lose anything? Will you lose pearls? It is an idiomatic expression in Telugu. Mutyalu ralna palukite. Darishanam mosagite na dishti sokuna. Do I cast bad look on you if you give darshan? Dishti. Alavokaga neevu adugulidi potavu. You walk so nicely just like that before me. You are an avatar. Don't you know my heart? Is the Pallavi I wrote. If you are God, why don't you behave like Krishna? He was one Krishna for each devotee. Why don't you do like that? Or else admit yourself to be a human like Rama. You say you are God and you don't take action as Krishna took. Like this, I used to write songs and hand over to Swami. Swami was so gracious, he received all the songs, but he didn't give me interview in that visit. Many times I visited then. This was the first time I came as an adult individually. One good thing I remember to have done is I didn't criticize Swami for not giving me interview. I just thought, I'm not a ripened devotee yet to receive his interview. No, or maybe I need to pay back my karma. Though I was disappointed, I felt so and went back to Hyderabad. And my uncle in Madras was the president for Kshatriya Raju's Association. That's where my husband's brother used to attend the meetings. One day it so happened that he saw my husband, presently my husband, then he was just Nandakumar Garu. He saw and felt that it will be perfect if Nandakumar marries Shobha Raju. And he sent a word through phone, he contacted us. And ultimately I went there. He was a handsome person then. And my mental makeup was such that if marriage is very detrimental to spiritual sadhana, I used to think it was a very strong belief in me. So I could not give my opinion on him to our uncle, though he tried to elicit from me. Half-heartedly I came back, but later on my parents went there. They were great devotees of Swami, very spiritual in nature and totally impractical people. It's Swami's grace that they saw them through life, that saw us all through life. They fixed a date. They fixed a venue of the marriage and came back to us. I left from Puttaparthi, disappointed. The next following Thursday it was, I remember. And early hours, it felt as if it is happening. It was a dream, but it felt so real. smelling intense smell of Swami's Vibhuti. And I was hearing Swami's voice. He was saying, I am present here very much. If I reveal myself, you will get frightened. So I am not revealing myself. Here, in such and such year, such and such month, such and such date, you are marrying this gentleman he was showing. I wasn't able to see the gentleman, but I remembered year, month, date. I got up. I woke up my sister who was sleeping in the same room. My younger sister was alone and she used to stay with me. I narrated the dream to her and she was so excited, happy. Maybe you are getting married shortly, she said. We laughed off and slept again. But when my parents came, when they revealed the date, it was shocking, pleasantly shocking, that the same date was conveyed by Swami to, as in my sister was there. She was also flabbergasted. Swami said this date to you in the dream. I was such a stubborn person then. I would have said no because they didn't ask me for my convenience. But Swami said this date in the dream, so I accepted religiously. They say, however great devotee you are, if you are destined to go through something in life, it has to be gone through. कर्मयोग की भट्टी में सभी को जलना पड़ता है. So, I don't say I was not liking, or in spite of my liking, it has happened. I liked him. Everything is there. But marriage will be detrimental to spiritual progress was my belief. So, in spite of that, if Swami saw that I get married, I need some experience which would make me strong, which would make me mature. So I got married. They are also Swami's devotees. He is also Swami's devotee. So Swami's word I could not heed to, but it took a turn of this kind.
So after that, you came to Bhagawan after the marriage. Now that the marriage was just completely his making.
Before marriage, once it so happened that I was trying to come to Puttaparthi. I could not come. It was in late 80s, 87 or so, 86 or no, something, 87. I heard that Swami's Jyoti is being brought to every devotee's house. Every devotee sent whomever wanted to host that bhajan or something. I felt so bad that time. I didn't know of this. When I asked, they said it's already booked. There is no scope for Swami's Jyoti coming to our house. It was wonderful that somebody told me, are you willing to have the Jyoti in your house because there is an objection for the Jyoti to go in one house. They have some situation wherein they cannot host this. It was so thrilling experience. Swami, you speak this way to me, I thought. Though you don't give interviews to me when I come, you speak to me this way. Many times he appeared in my dreams then. Now I don't see him so often. But then it was so frequent. Swami's Jyoti was brought to our house. There was bhajan in our house. I felt so happy that all of a sudden this miracle had happened. And many things, such things had happened. And one company by name Saragam wanted to release one album every month of my renderings of any subject, devotional subject. My husband accepted, okay, she will give you one subject every month. So I was into Shirdi Sai's grip by then. And there is no difference to Shirdi Sai and Sathya Sai. So I wanted to make Sathya Sai's program and wrote nice songs. And I also included one, B. Ramaraju, Talapu Talapuna Ninne Nilipi, Valapu Mutalu Kattinanu, Palukanaina Palukavemayo, O Sathya Sai. It's a beautiful Yela Pata. Similar song is there in Annamacharya, Yela Pata. Instead of Sathya Sai, he says Venkatesha. I composed that song as Medalekki Ninnu Chuchi. He gave Yelapata to me, Ramaraju Garu. He's no more now. He's into folk literature. He gave that song and I composed and sang. And Professor J.V. Subramaniam, he is Vice Chancellor of Telugu University. He wrote one song I rendered in an album, and my own songs. And one Anil Kumar also wrote a couple of songs in that. And I made a beautiful album, and he called the company. My husband called. The program is ready, you can take. He was angry, why did you make? We were expecting Balaji's program from Shobha Raju Garu. You made different program. He was trying to say that you said choice is ours or something. Then I just said, don't argue. We'll make another program for him. But we came back to Hyderabad from Madras and went to Puttaparthi because I made the program, but I need to offer it to Swami, take his blessing. So I went to Puttaparthi. Then Swami said, record techinava? Something he said like that, and called interview then. That was the first interview after a long time. I was thinking, though I made a program on him, he is God, but somewhere I had doubt, is he really God? Is he really Shirdi Baba? Is he really Venkateshwara? These feelings were there, mixed feelings sometimes. Then he called us for interview and then said, Yenta matramuna evvaru dalachina anta matrame neevu annada mi Annamacharya, he said. That was very shocking to me pleasantly. How does Swami know this song? Adivo Alladivo was popular by then, little bit. And Tandanana, he was popular. This song was totally not known to people. And Swami is quoting from that song. That means, Enta matramuna evvaru dalachina. Whoever thinks you in whatever form, you will be that much. So it's an answer for my thoughts. In whatever way you feel me, I'll be that much. I was thinking, are you avatar? Are you Siddha Purusha? Are you just a magician? Mind is a monkey, as Swami says. It could think whatever it felt. And Swami answered that. Mentally I said, sorry Swami. Then he said, Mundi Pattudala. She is very adamant in her decisions. She wants to do what she likes to do. She is committed to this cause and is working. But when you speak to her in harsh way, she is feeling very sad at heart. Don't speak that way, he advised my husband. How does he know all these things? And that he is a bit harsh on me. He was harsh because I am spending away whatever my mother gave me gold in marriage. I was selling and then doing festivals. I was giving prizes to youngsters like this, printing invitations. Everything requires money. So I used to sell my gold and then do it. Once I finished all the gold that way, then he said, I am not a businessman. I am just a central government employee. You sing in the house. Need not have to do public programs, festivals. If somebody wants to arrange your program, I have no objection. But you spending money for this thing would be a problem in future, he said. I said, I will not ask you. No, you are stopping or I am going away, he said. I cannot stop, I said. It's my commitment to the Lord. I was too young to understand his advice then. It's my word to Lord Venkateshwara, I must continue. He literally left, taking all his saman, and then it was a cinema scene in the railway station. Me asking him to come back and him saying, I have already booked my luggage to the railways. I need to go. He went away. For 4 months or 6 months, I was alone and he went to Madras. That's a big story. Let's leave that there and then I'll talk sometime later about it. He came back, of course, with a view that what cannot be cured must be endured. So, Swami knew all these things. And Swami, whenever we went, he used to tell him, don't shout at her. I used to call him for programs. He was in Villupuram for some time and in Coimbatore for some time. And I used to call him whenever I have a concert because my parents left after marriage. He used to say, I'm doing a job. Every time I cannot take leave and come for your program. I used to forego programs, or when he comes, I used to go for programs. He used to get wild that I call him for programs and all. Then Swami said, you don't shout, she is doing out of commitment, she said. What shall I do, Swami? Do you want me to resign for the job? He asked. Do that, he said. Totally support her. And my blessings are, my grace, nenu chusukuntanu, he said. Physically, I have no support, but entire thing could happen because Swami's grace was there on me. I was working for Ramarasa Vahini. The karma, you say, it escorts you wherever you go. So in Endowments Department of Hyderabad also, it came. So I just walked out of the office. It's not my cup of tea, I thought. I told Swami in the sense, it could be Venkateshwara, it could be Swami. I'll work as a freelancer only hereafter. I'll not take up any job. You have given me the gift of singing. You have given me the gift of talking. It's okay. I'll dedicate all the talents you bestowed upon me to yourself. How you get service done through me, it's your lookout. Now I will not take up any job, I thought. It was November 30th, 1983. My father gave me 116 rupees as a birthday gift to me and said, this is my humble contribution for your service, for your project which you want to work as freelancer. And I don't know with what kind of purity he gave. It flourished so far. And Swami's grace was there. Otherwise, coming from Tirupati to Hyderabad, and not knowing anyone in the city, not having a single penny in the hand, my parents leaving me and going back to village, with my husband questioning me, how will you do it? You have spent away all your mother's money. This project survived all these things. These are very small things, but from outside, there were such a weather, such a harsh situations I crossed. It's sheerly out of Swami's grace that I could do. And when I took this record to him, Swami blessed, and he resigned the job and started blessing, supporting my project all through. That was possible because of Swami's grace. Otherwise, I would have left alone. I'm here and he in different place. Swami has advised him to do so. So that was the first meeting in which I had the second time a confirmation that here is Bhagawan, Avatar, who knows everything. First time was my marriage, second time was this thing. And since then, Swami has been there in every important situation in my life. I forgot to tell you, Saragam guy, after coming back from Puttaparthi, called him, please give me that program, I'll take it up, he said. That was a very evident miracle of Swami.
So, unknown to yourself, he created a situation so that you could make his compositions. Now that Bhagawan had set the marriage, Bhagawan had set the stage for you to grow in this field. But at the same time, as you grew up in this field, Swami ensured that you also grew spiritually, isn't it?
Because I was such a hard nut, to crack. If somebody did some mistake, I would judge him. You're wrong. Get lost. That was my attitude. I will not talk to him again. Such kind of person I was. But I don't know what was happening in his presence when I sit, when I have darshan, something was melting within inside, transforming everything. And finally, I became so compassionate. Now, compassion is my weakness and my strength too. I understand everything from the viewpoint of compassion. Why he did like this. there should be some background. Why he had to say that there should be some background? I think this way. Otherwise, I was a very strong person. He molded a statue out of a rock. That's what I feel, and grateful to Swami. And to mold this rock, I may not be chronological order, I may not be able to say, but I'll convey in my own way. There was a drug allergy to me. For 3 years, I suffered. There was so much was happening to me in the brain. In spite of that, I recorded songs. In spite of that, I gave concerts. I developed a fear complex, If some guest came to see me, some friend, I was fearing to face that lady, to go to the front room. Such psychological situation was there. And I used to go to Swami very frequently, either to Puttaparthi or to Bangalore. Just be there and then thinking of Swami, praying to Swami. Once it so happened that I had been to Bangalore and there was a poor lady sitting at the entrance of Vrindavan, and her place was changed to inside of the ashram, in the entrance, at the entrance of the ashram. She spread a cloth and was sitting on it. And one devotee was helping her to bring, in bringing medicines to him. I said, did you meet Swami? Did you tell Swami that her health was not good, that you are suffering? I said, Na karmaku Swami em chestadamma, she said. It's my karma. What will Swami do? It was like slapping me, I was trying to pray Swami and ask him to relieve me of this drug reaction, which is like a very, unbearable situation. Ultimately, he gave an interview. Why do you fear to experience when I am here? I said. I pleaded, Swami, you are there, but I must feel your presence. I am suffering a lot, I said. And then, no, you should not fear. I am there with you. So he made me to go through that. He didn't relieve me of the situation. Maybe he relieved after that, after giving me some experience of it. 3 years, it was a hard struggle. I was traveling, I was giving concerts, recording, but ultimately, slowly it receded. Swami said so, and just because Swami's grace was on me, I could present concerts in spite of that. I could record songs. I could travel. Otherwise, humanly impossible to do any job at that situation. And in 88, there came another situation. Vemulavada Devasthanam, I had sung earlier there, and it seems endowments minister had advised them to organize my program. They came to our house and were asking for the program. My husband said, no, she may not be able to come. She's on family way. But I remembered an incident earlier that attender who used to work with me was taking a calf and doing pradakshinam to Vemulavada temple. Then I asked, what is this? He said, if we do this ritual here, whatever you think at heart will be a reality, will be fruitful. What did you think, Ra? I said. Then Amma should get married. And my marriage, this should be in September or October of that year, 83. And I was married in 84 February. I remembered that, and he also showed me a Santana Devata engraved on the temple's wall. Here, couple come and pray for good progeny, Amma. He said. That I remembered, and I told my husband, there is Santana Devata in the temple. We'll go and offer our prayers. We'll have a good child. Then I said, I'll consult my doctor. If she says yes, I'll come. The doctor said, go and come back if it is very much necessary. Otherwise, take rest. They brought 2 taxis. In one taxi, him and the male orchestra people went, and me and another lady violinist were in one car. This car went in roundabout way. I was so tired. Then roads were not so good as they are now. Ups and downs, they fall, and I went there, and as soon as I went there, I said I'll have darshan of Swami. The organizer said, Mr. Ramakrishna, playback singer, Susila Gary's nephew. His program was going on, and they were going on extending because I was getting late to the program. They said, Amma, you perform first. After that, we'll take you to darshan. Okay, I went for the program, and I sang 5 or 6 keertanas. And I felt a discomfort. Something is happening to me, I thought. And I called my husband and said the same thing. He was getting panicked. And the trustee came up, and to honor me, she spoke for 15 minutes, and she expected me to get up for honor, and I said I cannot get up. She honored me like that only. And after that, lights were switched off on his advice, and I got up and went and sat in the car and went back to my room. Some fluids were coming out, which happened all through the night and the next day until afternoon. Then I called him and said, no, we need to go to the doctor. I went to the doctor, and the doctor usually doesn't come on Sundays. The doctor was kind to come because of her love towards me, and she said, the baby has to be brought out, otherwise it will be dangerous to mother too, as well as baby. They conducted premature delivery, and the baby could not survive because it was only 6.5 months old, and for some reasons. I am speaking to you now, but it had a toll on me psychologically. For 1 year at least. I was very badly affected. I didn't do anything in my life. I had an ambition to sing in playback. I gave up for your sake. And I'm rejoicing singing your glory. What sin did I commit to make me like this? Why did you do this to me? Was my question. Went on questioning him for 1 year. And then there was a yogi, Vishwayogi Vishwamji, who is also a follower of Satya Sai Baba. I asked him, he said, you are not meant for this, you have a higher goal in life. I was not convinced for some reason. And I came to Puttaparthi again. I questioned Swami the same thing. Why, Swami? Did I commit any mistake? He said, no, Bangaru. You have a different path in life, different reason, karanam for your life. Not this. But anyways, I'll give you one son, he said. I never had any son, but looking at Ramana, I think that this is the son Swami meant. That guy helps me in all my works, serves me like anything. If I had a biological son, maybe he would have gone to US for higher studies. I don't know whether he would be in the service of project. Now he helps, serves us like more than a son to me. So this thing, going through this, made me temporarily weak, temporarily sad, but developed a feeling that whomever I see is my child. My students particularly, I feel they are my children. I teach them, I giggle with them, they come to my house, they stay in my house, they sleep with me, and sometimes we go to movies. This way I have great rapport with my students. By making me undergo these situations, Swami made me stronger and broader. My mother used to say, నీ కడుపులో ఒక కాయగాస్తే ఆ పాడితే మేమందరం విని ఆనందించేవాళ్ళం కదా. She used to say, if there was a child of your own, we could have listened to her song nicely, we would have felt happy kada. Then I would say, what if she sings like Nandakumar? He is also a good singer. You must listen to him sometime. But, Amma, you are thinking of one child. Now I have so many children. See, look at them, they are all singing, I say. My mother, okay, she said. This is how Swami's guidance helped me to put up with the bitterness in life, and which turned out to be sweeter. Though bitter then, it turned out to be sweeter.
They say when it comes to worldly pleasures, they can be nectar now, but tomorrow they will become bitter for you. But when it comes to spiritual path and spiritual sadhana, it could be bitter now, but it becomes nectar later. And I think that's what Swami also did. And he made you also feel that whatever happens, it is his sankalpa and it is for your good. But you didn't tell, how did Ramana come into your life?
Ramana's family was also staunch devotees of Swami. They came to Puttaparthi for volunteering here, and it was in 93. I sang here in Purnachandra Auditorium. For the first time I brought Guru Prasad and Sai Krishna and tabla, all Swami's students. For Veena, Durjati.
Yes.
All those students I gathered, rehearsed with them. Swami sat on the dais. Swami sat on the dais doing like this, enjoying, doing talam. And I forgot to tell you, I was thinking how nice it would be if my parents come in this occasion. First formal program at Puttaparthi. So, formal in the sense on the dais for Swami's birthday. And I don't remember how it happened. Both of them turned up, and they were with me in my room. And they sat on the dais in the program. Amma Nanna Swami ante telusu, he said. Usually, artists' parents are not made to sit on the dais. They sat. And for the desire I had that how nice it would be if my parents come, he saw that they sit on the dais and they took Swami's Padanamaskaram. Swami knows everything. And when I sang then, this guy looks like asked his brother, I want to see the singer, who is she who sang now? Because he heard me in the loudspeaker but could not see me. Then, if you want to see her, come, I'll show her. His brother said and brought him then the other side of the auditorium. As I was getting into the car, that guy said, it seems, that stout lady getting into the car is the singer. That way he saw me. And he had admiration for my singing. My sister, elder sister, who is again Swami's devotee, I said earlier, she and his mother had a common friend. And my sister told that gentleman that Shobha needs a help in her activities. If there is someone who can assist her, that would be fine. And that gentleman went and told in his house. And his mother said, I'll send Ramana if it is for Shobha Raju Garu. And that's how he came to me in 94. Ever since he came, he has been with me so long. So I feel he is God sent, Swami sent to me. He sings Swami's bhajans, and he came every time I came to Puttaparthi after his coming. Earlier we both alone used to come. After his coming, he came to Puttaparthi almost all the times.